House of Conferences is just moments away. It's the Bucs and the Chargers, next on Madden Football.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Stockton. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's the first carry for Eckler. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big game that time for the Chargers. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
1st and goal from the 6. Here's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers! A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Stockton. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that will be incomplete as well.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 82 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
These two teams all tied after 1. Flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, Running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Ekeler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Austin Ekeler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Third down, Stockton. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On second down, it's Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Third down, Stockton. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
To throw on third down, Stockton. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Rosas' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Stockton looking middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And they have had success on the ground, really as a team, doing well carrying the football. So maybe a little less pressure on his shoulders as the quarterback.
Any pressure he's carrying right now, that's self-inflicted, right? He's taking it on. He doesn't need to.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Herbert throwing again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Rosas' kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's go. Hey, you got Mike, number 53. Mike 53. Defense wins championship, man.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And he'll find Hall. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they like to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McLaughlin. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Throwing on first down. Stockton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stockton. Airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
To the right side, complete to Miller. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The give is to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
McCann's got it teed up. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big gain that time for the Chargers. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. On the give, this is Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll try again with the arm here on second. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. The Charger drive about to get going.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
There to stop it was Carlton Davis. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play there for L.A.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Eckler, they run left side. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 34.
Rosas' kick is good, and that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
On 1st and 10, Stockton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Stockton.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 34. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still second down.